guys, it is the 30th November 2019 and today it is the start of the tree planting season, and the Woodland Trust have launched a campaign which is called the Big Climate Fight Back, and they are trying to get 1 million people to pledge to plant a tree. I've done this. I am one in a million, as they like to put it. So I'm here on 30th of November. I've got some saplings here which I've dug up from my garden. Basically they were right tree, wrong place. I'll show you now how I collected these about 15 minutes ago. It's next to my house, it's in the border, but I'm going to dig it out, put it in a bag and take it to its new location. I've just got a spade. There are drains around here, but I think they're over there. Just going to expose what we've got here. And dig it up. There he is. Good amount of root on him. I have noticed I've got another one of these growing. This is, again, I think another mountain ash. This whip is actually a maple. And I think it's got green leaves. This is seeded from the big maple I've got up there. There we go. No, Hetty, no, don't, don't eat it, sweetheart. Don't eat it, it's not to chew up. So there we go, 3 trees. Let's go along to the new site and put them in the ground. So here we are at the planting site. It's a south-facing bank, so it should get loads of sun. And I'm going to pop these in the ground now. So planting the tree, first thing you do is you see where the soil came up to. Basically about here. You look at the depth next to a spade, it's about spade's depth. You dig a little hole here, loosen the soil, pop them in. 1 mountain ash. There we go. Mountain ash number 2. It's always nice when you find a patch of good loose soil, and this is the advantage of planting trees in the winter when it's nice and damp underneath, because otherwise it's really, the ground gets really hard in the summer when it's dry, and also the trees find it harder to establish themselves. I've dug a hole here, approximately the size and shape of the root, extending it over here to get this nice feeder root off the side. And now I will backfill. Make sure you give it a good firm down, this will help hold the roots down and stop the thing blowing over. There we have it, another acer planted. So there we go, 3 trees planted. This has got me thinking, you know, this whole big climate fight back. Just how many, the question I've got is, how many trees would I need to plant to offset my carbon footprint? So I've been looking into this, and the UK average carbon footprint per person is about 10 tonnes. So let's be optimistic and say I live to 80. That's 800 tonnes. And some sources say that if you plant a broadleaf UK tree like an oak or a beech, it'll take 100 years for that to absorb 1 tonne of carbon dioxide. Let's say I've got 40 years, and be optimistic again, I live till I'm 80. 40 years time, a tree I plant today will have absorbed 1 tonne, 0.4 of a tonne of carbon dioxide. So if you take 800 tonnes, which is me for my life, of carbon dioxide, and divide it by 0.4 of a tonne, or 400 kilos, then that gives me 2,000 trees if I plant them all today, which is a lot. But I'm going to do that at least. So this is my pledge today. I will plant at least 2,000 trees, say over the next 4 or 5 years, so that I will neutralise my carbon footprint. I found recently that I have been feeling very guilty about my impact on the environment. So I think I've developed what I'm calling an eco-conscience, an ecological conscience, that I know what I'm doing is having a bad impact locally and throughout the world as well. So I'll show you now a little update of what I'm doing with other seeds and seedlings to show you how they're coming along. Here are some pine cones from Scots pine, some hornbeam seeds, which again I'm storing over winter, and also some tilia lime tree seeds, which I'm storing. Giant redwood seedlings that I'm growing inside the house. There's 9 of them here and they're doing pretty well. These are the giant redwood seedlings I've got growing here in the shed. All of the oak acorns that I planted. So those are things I'm going to do. So when I say about 2,000 trees, I'm going to have to guerrilla plant them far and wide, locally around here in Norfolk. But I have found one place, I'm actually here at the moment, where I planted these 3 trees and other trees. And I am going to try to establish a new woodland. So in my video diary I'm going to do of all my tree planting exploits, I'm going to show you what I've done, how I've done it, where it's gone right, where it's gone wrong, and I really want this to be a long-term project. So I'm going to take viewpoints and videos from viewpoints and show you after a year or 3 or 5, 10, 20 how things are changing on this bare patch of land that's been left over from a major infrastructure project. And I'm going to be planting not only the backbone of woodland, which is big trees, but also other smaller trees and bushes that produce forest foods for birds and wildlife, because I want this to have a positive impact on local wildlife, things such as squirrels, deer, hedgehogs, possibly even foxes. Essentially this is their land, and I want to create a place where I can come and walk in 10, 20, 30, possibly even 40 years time and feel the joy of creating something which will have a lasting positive legacy for me to enjoy while I'm here, but also for others when I'm gone. That is bedrock reason why I'm doing this, and I will keep you updated as things progress. Thank you for watching. I'll bring you an update soon.